Quite often, we think that we are communicating with the person in front of us, but what we're doing is actually just making sounds with words with our mouth. And there's a really big difference between true communication and making noise. That is often due to the fact that what we're doing is playing psychological games within the Karpman Triangle. So what is the Karpman Triangle? The Karpman Triangle is us playing one out of three roles. You're being the victim, the savior, or the persecutor. Here's an example. A friend comes to you and asks you what you have been doing this weekend. You tell them that you went to the movies with a friend. He or she, whoever, let's say it's a he says, "Oh, how lucky you are to go to the movies. Me and my wife, we can never go to the movies. We have kids. We don't have the time to do that." "Oh, but why don't you take a babysitter?" you ask. "Oh, it's too much money. We're saving for the whatever. We don't have the money." "Oh, and I thought that your mother-in-law was living nearby. Couldn't she take care of the kids?" "Oh, yeah, I know, but she has a bad hip and she couldn't take care of the kids." So this goes on and on and on. The victim keeps complaining and saying, "Oh, yeah, I know, I thought about that. That's impossible." Impossibilities all the time. And the savior keeps trying to solve the problem because now the savior is thirsty for a victory. But at some point, the savior ends up having given to the vampire in front of them all the energy that they had. Now, suddenly, they wake up out of the game, out of the psychological, dramatic game, and they see, oh, this person does not want to be saved. And so they may start yelling and saying, "Ah, dude, I don't really think you want to go to the movies, after all of these things we've been talking and everything's impossible. Do you really want to go to the movies?" So the savior turns into a persecutor and expresses the frustration of seeing this person make everything become impossible. That's when the victim has won, because now he's a double victim. He was a victim because he couldn't go to the movies, and now he's a victim because the friend is yelling at him and he didn't ask for anything. And that's actually a sentence they will often use. They will say, "Why are you being angry with me? I didn't ask for anything." And that's true. The victim never actually asks for help, because if they did, they wouldn't be a victim. They would be a positive and constructive person coming to you and saying, "Oh, your social life seems to be working very well and you have kids too. How do you do that?" That would be a person trying to solve a problem. And when someone asks for help, you wouldn't be a savior, because you have the choice. You can think and see if you have the time and resources to help this person or not. Are you close enough? Do you like this person enough to sit and talk about their personal life? You have the choice. You're equal to two adults communicating. But then there's also the persecutor. It's quite rare for a person to come into the room and be a persecutor directly. But sometimes that's possible too, because sometimes we can be in the period of our lives where we're frustrated with everyone and everything. We think that they're all lame, they don't get it, they're not talented, they don't understand me. That's a strong signal for you, because if that's how you've been feeling, that's probably because you're trying to be a tree in the wrong garden. Your inner potentials, your values, your passions, all the nice stuff that's inside of you is not compatible with the environment in which you're trying to be. Maybe you're at a job in a company and you're feeling this way, and maybe you're not supposed to be doing that job at all. So if you're feeling frustrated with everyone around you, that is a signal for you to pay attention to your inner truth, to go there, to listen to yourself, to try to figure out who you are. what would make you happy, and start moving forward step by step towards that positive change. But in the meanwhile, as soon as you realize that you're being a persecutor, let's say, to be nice with everyone, well, remember, this step is the one that's going to allow you to go to the next better step. So all of these people who probably are at the right place for them, they didn't do anything to you. They're at the right place. So let's remember to be respectful of those people. But that doesn't make us have to love them. Just respectful of everyone, and then figure out what it is that you truly need. So basically in communication, when there is a problem, when there is a negative feeling and something has to change, it's the same for the victim. The one thing we really need before we open our mouths is to determine an intention. What do I need right now? What do I need to tell the other person for the situation to improve? So let's take the example of a couple. There is the wife is always working late, she's coming home late, and the husband has to take care of the kids and do all, or vice versa, as you want. And the one who has to take care of everything, could be complaining to the wife, complaining to the person who's coming late at home, and being sad and being frustrated, or they could choose just to sit down and be okay. My life does not make me happy right now. What is it that I need? I need me time. I need time to take care of myself. I need quality time with my loved one. We're not getting any of that. And I'm doing too much, and that's not working for me. So that's where we can learn nonviolent communication methods and express to the other person what has been happening, how that makes me feel, why that makes me feel this way, giving the other person the keys to understanding my truth. And then we can look together for a better compromise, for a win-win change that will make this life better for all of us. Of course, non-violent communication only works with people who you can trust that they are meaning well, that they want to be constructive with you. So that's going to be a subject for another video. But for now, let's focus on becoming able to recognize the patterns of when we are within the triangle. Are you starting to lose your energy? Have you been trying to convince someone, to save someone, to give advice? You're being a savior. Keep your energy. Stop trying to save the other person. Have you been talking about difficulties, impossibilities, and complaining? Again, bring some space, as Eckhart Tolle would say. Bring some space in the relationship, in the moment, and look inside. What am I doing? What do I need? Okay, how can I express that? Do that. And for the persecutor, I already explained, take care of yourself and detect the changes that you need. So if this is a subject on which you would like to think, talk, or do some work, you know where to find me. Take care.